welcome to Veggie Mama, and today we are going to be making a sweet potato apple pumpkin pie. Okay, so I already have a sweet potato pie recipe on this channel, but I'm revising it. I'm putting pumpkin and the apple in it, and also the crust that I have is like dough. The last one that I made it out of like sort of like a graham cracker crust, but I used granola. And so the traditional way to do it is to actually do like the doughy kind of a pastry crust, pastry crust. So I didn't make it. I'm not making it in this video. I will leave the link to the video in the description box below. I watched this lady do it. I think she was called Fresh Princess, I think that's her name. But I'm gonna leave her video in the description box below so you can go and check out how she did her her pastry crust, her gluten-free pastry crust. So without further ado, let us jump into the filling. Okay, so we are going to start on the filling. Now, if you saw something like on my nose in the last clip, it was flour, okay? It was flour. Anyways, so I have here all my lovely mother did this for me because I was doing school, staying in school. So I have some pumpkin, steamed pumpkin. That's pumpkin, yeah. And then some steamed sweet potatoes, yeah. So I'm going to be using my blender here. I will be using really. Okay, I'm going to start off with about 3/4 cup of you can boil the pumpkin or you can steam it. Either way, as long as it's cooked. And then steamed, and then about another 3/4 cup of of pumpkin, okay? So that's how much we're gonna start with. Then we're gonna take our apples over to the stove. I'm going to be using 2 medium-sized apples. We're going to peel them, and then we're going to cut them up, put them in a saucepan, put about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and then we'll let that simmer. We can add a little bit of water if the need so arises, but the liquid of the apples should compensate for it. So we're gonna let that soften, and then we're going to add them to our pumpkin and sweet potato. Okay guys, here's the deal. I think I put a little too much, well, I know I put a little too much lemon juice in it because the filling was just a little too sour. So, add a little less lemon juice. So, add the same amount of liquid, but half lemon juice, half water, okay? Okay, also, if you missed the part in kindergarten where they showed you big, medium, and small sizes, this is what I consider a small size, well, not small. See, I missed it too. Medium-sized apples, okay? They may look large, but, in comparison to my face. No, but there are larger apples, so this is what I would consider medium-sized. Okay, so my apples are done. Also, I was looking at the last clip that I made, and my hair looks really bad, but please forgive me because it's a busy day and I have stuff to do, so yeah. Anyways, these are my apples right here. They're nice and cooked. Yeah, they're kind of mushy, but they were mushy apples to begin with, so whatever. Okay, so then we're going to add that to our mixture, and then now I am going to go and put all the seasonings together for you lovely people. Okay, so after long, hard minutes of concentration of different formulas, no, it took me 5 minutes to do this. I got together all of these seasonings that would complement the different flavors of the apple, the pumpkin, and the sweet potato, okay? So we have cinnamon, we have cardamom, we have ground coriander seed, we have here some ground cloves, I have some beautiful pure vanilla extract, yeah. Then I have here some pumpkin spice seasonings, and let me tell you what's in here. Cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and sulfiding agents, I think. And you know what? I'm not going to use this because it says it may contain milk, wheat, or soy, and we can't have wheat. Well, my brother can't have any sort of wheat in his system, and he might be eating this, so I'm going to put this away. The only thing that it has that I don't have here is the ginger. We don't really need it. I might put it in there though, because I've never thought of putting ginger in it, so I might do that. I think I have some, I think there's some like ginger powder somewhere around here, but, and then some ground, well, this is a whole nut. Let me show you what whole nutmeg looks like. Well, it's not the whole thing, but it's like the nut of it. Like, so what you do is you would just grater it. That's what I'm gonna do. So this is how we're going to, oh, and some Earth Balance original butter. Now, if you are making this and you're not necessarily a vegan, you can use regular, you know, regular butter, but I am, or yeah, I am. So I'm going to be using the Earth Balance soy. If you're allergic to soy, you can use the soy free. But I'm going to be putting that in there. I don't think I want to put too much in there though. We'll see what happens. So let's get into it. Okay, so we will be adding, okay, sorry, I had to get this right here. Okay, so we will be adding, now I am not going to be measuring, but I'm going to give you the measurements that are needed, okay? Now listen, this, when it comes to, for me, when it comes to pumpkin, sweet potato pies, any sort of pie really, I have to taste it. Like, if I blend this up and it doesn't still, you know, missing something, you know, just tweak the recipe, okay? So, this is ground clove, and I'm going to be putting, let's see, that was like 2 teaspoons of ground clove. This is coriander seed. I am going to be putting 2 teaspoons of that. Okay, now, cardamom. I want to give you a little secret when working with cardamom. You don't use too much because it can overpower your food very, very quickly, and it won't taste good, okay? So I'm going to be starting off really with 1 teaspoon of it because a little goes a long way. I'm going to be putting around 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Be careful with nutmeg. If you put too much in it, you can get like stomach aches. It's actually sort of like a poison if you use too much of it. So I'll be putting 1 teaspoon of that. That was 1 teaspoon, but I'll do it later. Ooh, that was around 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then, ooh, sorry. And then we're putting around 3 tablespoons of butter. Okay? And then I'm going to mix that all up in the blender. Okay, so I was just sitting here minding my own business, grounding my nutmeg, when the part of me that keeps me from doing stupid things, it usually doesn't work, but it decided to pop up this time, told me that I forgot to put sugar in there. So, again, this is, you know, you have to work it to the way you want it. So I'm going to start off with around half a cup of sugar. And then I'll just, you know, keep working my way up. It's, you know, not sweet enough. Just always start with less. And then if it's not enough, just add more. Okay, so now I'm gonna blend it up. Okay guys, I think this is probably one of the best pie fillings that I've made. So what I did was I put it on a low setting, like on low, and then just let it blend slowly. Usually I had to put some kind of liquid in it, but I didn't have to do it this time. I just let it blend slowly, and then the water from the apples helped that along. I did add about a teaspoon and a half of orange rind, like zest, the, you know, just grated the orange rind, and it is delicious. Like, it's really good. And I just like love the flavors of the apple, you know, with the pumpkin and sweet potato. But this is my crust that I made. It's not as pretty as most, but it will do. The oven has been preheating for 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm just going to put my filling all up in there. And I actually made just enough filling, not too much. Or maybe I should have made a little bit more, but usually I make too much. So it made a good size. It is a 9-inch pie dish. Okay, so I'll just smooth this all around. So again, it's on 400 degrees, and I'm just gonna bake that until the top is golden brown. And there we go. Okay guys, this is the finished product. It's been in the oven for about 30 minutes. You can tell when it's done when, can you see that? Yeah. You see how it's kind of cracked? It's kind of cracked right there. Yeah, it will start doing that because it's starting to dry out. And so that's when you know that, you know, it's probably time for it to come out. Also, I'm going to be showing you guys some pictures when I finally cut into it. It's hot now. But who doesn't like whipped cream on their pies? No, actually I know several people who don't, but they are all not of this world, you know, they're kind of not all there, but we are. So since we are in fact vegans, I'll be using this. Now they do have soy whipped cream that's made out of soy, but it is super expensive for like a little cylinder of the stuff, and this is 9 ounces for $3.99, and then the little cylinder, it's about maybe like 6 ounces, is for like $6.99 at like Earth Fare or, you know, whatever health food store that you have. This stuff is delicious. It is, let me show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And my hand is clean, my fingers are clean. See, and it's so good. So that's what we'll be using. But like I said, I'll be you'll see some pictures. But I hope you guys like this video. These things right here that you see in the back, I'm making another pie, a vegan lemon meringue pie. So make sure you check that video out. I may or may not put it down in the link below, depends on what time I finish it. But yeah, it's gonna be so exciting. Vegan meringue, guys. But let's not let that steal this pie shine. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you try out this recipe. And if you do, and even if you don't, make sure you comment below if you have any questions, try to answer them. And most of all, most important of all, make sure you subscribe. See you guys later.